This is no ordinary Royal Enfield Interceptor. This is one of the last Royal Enfields produced in the UK in 1970, and this very bike was restored by Richard Hammond's workshop, the smallest cog, and ridden by the man himself. So I'm honoured to ride this bike today and tell you what it's like to ride and show you around the Adventure Bike Rider Festival. So let's get into it. So this is a Mark II Royal Enfield Interceptor 750. This is one of the last bikes to be produced in the UK in Bradford upon Avon in an underground bunker that was built for Royal Enfield to produce some of the best engines ever made during the war. And this is a very fine example. As I said, this was restored by Richard Hammond's workshop. It's just unbelievable. And at the time, this was the fastest production bike in the world. It was good for 120 miles per hour, and that's from a bike that's designed in 1969. So that is just unbelievable. Make sure I'm in neutral, otherwise I'll launch forward. Ready? Yep.
We'd like to tell you about our sponsor, Sons, who are a clothing brand, and we wear the clothes all the time. You can literally dress yourself from head to toe in their gear, including accessories. Go to their website, have a look after watching this video. You won't be disappointed. The clothes are absolutely fabulous.
Sons are releasing new lines all the time. As we speak, they're releasing bit by bit the Steve McQueen collection, which has got some really cool bits in there. Also the Waterfront collection, which this lovely shirt is from. So do keep an eye on their website because they're constantly releasing new lines, and don't forget to use our discount in the description to get 20% off your order. Oh my God. What a beautiful bike. Amazing riding position. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm in love. I am in love. I love this. Oh, what a motorbike. I'm obsessed. I think it's safe to say that this is actually the best bike I've ever ridden, or my favourite bike I've ever ridden. It's got so much character. The engine looks, sounds and feels unbelievable. It really is unparalleled. It's very similar to some of the classic Triumphs that I've ridden, like the 1962 T120 that we rode, and I think the 1967 T100 Daytona. It's got a similar sound and feel, but I like this even more. It just feels so well produced. It's absolutely incredible quality, especially for a bike of its age. The riding position I found absolutely perfect. These bars are just fantastic, lovely and wide, beautiful sweep back. All this chrome is just unbelievable. These Smith styles are stunning. Just look at this bike. It's absolutely stunning, and I cannot take my eyes off of it. I can't believe I'm riding a bike that Richard Hammond has ridden. Ha! That's incredible. That is incredible. Got to remember to do everything in reverse. Left foot braking, right foot gears, up for first, down for the rest, and you've got a neutral selector. What a bike. Woo! less noise. I mean, it's a very similar sound to a Triumph of the era. You know, I've ridden a 1962 Triumph T120 and a 65 T100 Daytona. Similar, but this is better. So as this bike was produced in 1970, if you don't know, bikes used to have the gears on the right hand side and the rear brake on the left hand side. Anything produced before, what was it, 1974? 75? Roughly about there. So this has got a right hand shifter, so it's up for first, down for the rest. You've also got a neutral finder, which was a thing on Royal Enfields, really nice and handy to have. And obviously you've got your rear brake on the left, which is actually pretty good. And the front brake wasn't too bad on this bike. A lot of classic bikes I've ridden have had really awful front brakes. This one's okay, I mean, it's not brilliant, but for its time, very, very good.
Now, here's the Harley Davidson stand, and they're all just setting up. This is the Thursday, so I didn't think today was a public day, but it clearly is, because there's lots of people here.
I do love the heritage.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
Let's have a look.
Is it a 117 now?
Yeah, gosh. 117 Heritage Classic.
Yeah. I don't think I like that exhaust as much as the old exhaust.
No.
Now we've just come across these Royal Enfield sidecars. Look at that. That's wicked.
Cool, just here we've got this little hippie tent, for want of a better word. Reminds me of when we were in India. There's carpets on the floor and soft furnishings to chill out on. But I can't sit like that, it hurts me. So if you're into lying on the floor, fabulous, fabulous. Lots of little places to eat. Darcy's hungry. I made some chapatis, so I'm alright, and banana.
Hot dog looks good.
But there's hot dogs, and burgers. Very nice. Hi there. Hello, dog. What's going on?
She wants a burger.
Oh dear. So, quite expensive. Obviously, places like this usually are very expensive. Now, in front of us, we'll show you in a second, there's the big manor house called Ragley Hall, which is an amazing, it's not a stately home, but you know, that sort of thing. Big place. They've got thousands of acres here, and the off-road riding course is very, very extensive, and it's probably the best place to come to ride extensively off-road, isn't it? And there's lots of exhibitions and demonstrations, all that sort of thing. We'll go up to the house in a minute. We're just having a little walk around while Darcy's eating his large hot dog. Now we've just come to the Triumph stand, and they've got the Triumph motocross bike, which I've never seen up close before. And I must say, it looks very nice, doesn't it? It looks really, really nice. Quite narrow.
It looks nice
handlebars.
and green.
Green?
Yeah, the green one there. Is
Is that a green one? Oh yes, okay. So they've got one in sort of British racing green, I would say.
That's very nice.
Yeah, it looks very nice bike. Yeah, I'd like to have a go on one of those. Spotted a Scrambler 900. Lovely colour. That's very nice.
Is that a standard colour now?
I don't know.
It must be. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's nice.
Very nice. Unusual, isn't it?
Still got the analogue dial, thank goodness. So that's good. No, that's a lovely colour. So in the background there we have the Ragley Hall. Beautiful. And the outlook straight across the festival here.
That's just half of it.
Yes.
So it's massive.
Yeah, and there's masses and masses of camping. It's a huge, huge area.
And there's a giant off-road course. Did he say 50 kilometres?
40 kilometres, I think, or 30.
I think he said 50.
Still.
Take it easy, because these are sort of semi-off-road tyres, but not full off-road tyres. Don't want to do anything too serious, because this is not my bike and I don't want to risk it. What a noise. Now I've only really had a chance to ride this bike around some fields because we're at the Adventure Bike Rider Festival, so it's all set up for going off-road. So I haven't really ridden it on much tarmac, only literally this tiny bit of road here. But from what I have ridden of this bike, I've just loved every second of it. Every time I sat on it, every time I opened the throttle, I just had a grin from ear to ear. That scared the shit out of me. I thought it was going to come to the right of me. Now, this bike is no slouch. It's one of the fastest bikes of its day, and it's actually got more power than a modern day Interceptor, and of course it's slightly lighter, so it really does go when you open it up. And although I've only ridden it on the grass, what an experience, absolutely unbelievable. And when you ride a classic motorcycle like this, you'll notice that everyone turns their head to look at it, even if they're not a bike enthusiast, although I happen to be in a place full of bike enthusiasts, but all of them were very enthusiastic about this bike. Look at all this, there's so much camping. And this is just the VIP day. I think this whole lot is going to be absolutely packed. There's the worst route.
So we've had to go on the off-road course, and we cut off early because it's so long. To give the bike a little go. Very dusty though. Now, this is a very special bike, as Darcy said, and unfortunately it's now a very dusty, very special bike because it's so dry here. And we had to go around the ABR course on my bike as well, my Royal Enfield Bullet 500 Trials. It's covered in dust, so I've got a lot of cleaning to do when I get back. But having a look at it, you've got these lovely mud guards which cover the wheel. We're always going on about mud guards, but they're important. Drum brakes on this, traditional light, and the dials that Darcy said, which are Smiths, which was the name in dials. And unfortunately now we have these digital ones, don't we?
Yeah.
Beautiful looking engine.
Stunning,
and that's the little lever here that you kick down in any gear to put it back into neutral. Obviously not when you're going along.
I think you have to be in the higher gears, Ed.
Yeah.
You have to be in third or fourth, I think.
Yeah, and it's carburettors, not fuel injection, obviously. There's the air filter there. Key on the side. That's
and you
unusual.
don't sort of pump these carbs, you sort of have to just hold it open until the fuel starts to come out, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, it's more messy having a bike of this era, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Do a lot of dribbling, a lot of fiddling with things to get it going, don't
do
you?
a lot of that anyway, don't you?
I tend to. The tank's a nice shape, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Quite a small tank.
It's tiny.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have a lot of range on it.
No. Isn't it beautiful though, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful.
It does have the sort of, you would look at it and say it's a Royal Enfield Interceptor, I think, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It does have that look about it.
Well, it is one.
It is one.
It's a Mark II.
And they basically did this up to, what's the word, announced to...
well, shall I use the words? I've got words.
You've got words.
Yeah, so they restored this bike, Richard Hammond restored it, or his, people who work for him at the smallest cog, and they rode it to the south of France. They actually put it in a van and then pretended they rode it there. That wasn't the programme.
Okay.
But this bike was then shown at the Wheels and Waves show back when they released the new Interceptor. So they wanted this to go alongside it. So it was commissioned by Royal Enfield for Richard Hammond to restore this bike, to go alongside it, to showcase the two bikes together. And they did race this one against the new one, up the Punk's Peak, which is like a
Pikes.
sort of no, it's not Pikes Peak.
Not Pikes Peak.
It's like an imitation.
Oh, I see how that
Yeah, I thought that. I got confused while I was there.
Yeah.
But they did a race against this and the new Interceptor.
Okay.
I can't remember what won. I think the new one won, but this one actually was quicker off the line. But what a bike. It is amazing. And also, if you like this kind of bike and you like modern classics and you like travel with motorbikes, motorbike lifestyle, then don't forget to hit subscribe because it really helps us out.
Yeah, just looking at your face, you've got see where your goggles have been. You've got
Really?
different colour skin there.
Probably got a brown, like dusty beard. You
Yeah,
feel the
we're not
dust in
going
it.
to do the course again because it's way too dusty and there's too many people on it.
Yeah, I don't want to get my bike all dusty. So,
No.
but I've got Royal Enfield's classic Interceptor all dusty, so I feel a bit bad about
Yeah,
that. But what a bike! I really love it. I really, really love it. Right, so before we head off home, I've just met Nick Sanders, who's just been on a trip around the world. How far have you gone?
Well, actually, I went around the whole of Europe. Actually,
Whole of Europe,
yeah,
okay.
and I did 30,000 kilometres on it.
30,000
And
kilometres.
yeah,
On this bear?
Yeah,
Amazing.
I needed a journey. I needed to do something, and I wanted to try out my new bike.
Yeah.
And I thought, what's the longest possible journey you can do, say, around Europe? And I suppose going around the coast would be, something akin to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely faultless.
Really?
Very, very pleased. Surprised
Yeah.
in a good way because it just didn't break down. It was perfect. It was
There you
fluid
go.
all the way through. Had a great time.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, are Royal Enfields reliable? The answer is yes.
100%. I think they need to be because I'm not a mechanic. What
Yes.
would I classify myself really as
Yeah.
a writer or a poet or whatever, but not a mechanic.
Yeah, well, I'm the same. That's why I like this Bear so much because it gives you an essence of bikes of yesteryear, but with modern reliability.
But
and
doesn't
that proves it, doesn't
and
it?
it allows you can focus on the things you want to focus on without having to worry about getting your spanners out and stuff.
Exactly,
I want
yeah.
to see that. I want to go there. I want to smell that.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
you can focus on the journey and the things you see. So.
Oh, I'm sold.
Excellent.
I'm sold. Yeah.
No, brilliant.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some of Nick's adventures, you can go over to his channel.
Yeah.
And he's done a series which is still coming out. So
Well, it's brand new. We're so new at YouTube. Honestly, I've been at it for such a long time, but I've never done a YouTube channel. So do follow. It's Nick Sanders Adventure. Thank you so much.
and make sure you subscribe to us as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Both at the same time. See you later.